but boomers are stupid.
It's the drug. I've never even done that kind of drug, like whatever that fucking class of drug is.
I don't know if you have enough lead in your brain to enjoy it that much.
Yeah. I just have plastics. Yeah.
Yeah. Plastics are way better.
Which, I mean, did we not see it coming? You know what I mean?
The plastic thing?
Yeah, I think now is like we're finally at that point where it's like.
Yeah, I feel like when I was a kid at some point, I definitely was drinking out of a plastic cup, and I'm like, are we sure that this is good? And then everybody's like, yeah, it's fine. And then we all just accepted that it's fine until a bunch of science people were like, it's kind of not.
It's kind of the worst.
To drink out of plastic cup?
Yeah, well, the whole fucking plastic getting in food, and now everybody has plastic just in their body all the time.
Word.
Oh,
This
you didn't
is a
know
thing?
this?
No,
Your
I didn't
body
know
is
Oh, you don't
full
know
of
about that?
microplastics.
Yeah.
No,
Your
I did not.
balls are like 80% microplastics.
So when I come, it's just like most of that's plastic.
It's like a Lego. Yeah, you're just coming Legos.
Like if you get a mold, you can make stuff.
Word. Wow.
Like you can injection mold, you know.
It's 4D printing. It's just you laying on a milking table. You're like, hold on. Get jerked off with like cookie cutters. Just
Oh, this is a big print. It might take a while.
You're just in fucking an Oculus, just VR. Dude, eventually, they will have that. You'll go to a massage, and it'll just be VR goggles and like an auto blow, and you just lay down on a table. Just- which I don't know if that's better or worse.
Probably better.
Probably better.
Yeah.
Probably better than some poor lady back there getting her fucking getting her passport, fucking Charlie Brown.
Trying to get her passport back.
Every time she goes to get her passport, they're like, not that fast. You gotta go jerk off a fat guy. Fuck.
If you jerk off enough NFL owners.
Jerk off enough Robert Crafts, you can get out of here.
Oh, that's why my boy couldn't get in the Hall of Fame.
Which it's like, what are we talking about, dude? Of course he got jerked off. He's the fucking owner. I mean, what are you doing there? Like, dude, I don't think that's a crime.
To get jerked off?
To get jerked off. That seems
I
like
mean,
a
it is
wild.
usually.
I think it was a situation where the girls that were working there were like being forced to work there.
Yeah,
So
I think
like,
trafficking
I just
is
thought he
more
got busted
of,
for getting jerked off. I was like, damn, dude, that sucks.
That's what I thought. I just thought
So it went deeper
no,
than that.
it was.
They
like
were
a
like
thing.
in a dog cage.
Yeah, more
yeah,
of a, more of a,
you kind of say that. Yeah.
more of a trafficking issue.
And you know what's crazy? The story just went away. Like people started talking about it for like 2 weeks, and then they just stopped talking.
Yeah,
about it.
that's what money.
Yeah, and it definitely I got distracted because I think we won like 2 other Super Bowls, so I just forgot about that.
He got on the horn and was like, "You better fucking win."
Yeah.
All eyes are on us, dude.
Call up the writers' room and made it happen.
Yeah, so are you pumped? I forgot that's your team. Are you pumped about the Super Bowl?
Yes, because I'm shocked. I had no idea that they would be here at all.
I didn't know that was your team.
I knew it. I love New England Patriots. Loved them ever since 2005 when they first got beat by the Giants, when they almost went undefeated. Yeah. And ever since then, I have been the biggest fan of them. This year, their quarterback, Drake May, he's only been in it for 2 years. I thought this year they were just going to win at least 8 games and beat the Buffalo Bills once, and that's all I wanted. If that happened, I would have been ecstatic. Had no idea he would be an MVP candidate, and they would make it all the way to the Super Bowl. And people are complaining about their schedule being so weak, but it's like at the beginning of the season, nobody thought that they would ever get to this point.
No.
So it's like the fact that it's happening. I would have bet all of my money that they were not going to make it to the Super Bowl, and that's my team. So it's like very shocked. Just thought he was going to progress a little bit this year.
Yeah. Trent, will you type in Robert Kraft Wailing Wall? No, I'm just kidding.
I got the Rob in there before I heard the Wailing Wall. I was like, ooh.
No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome, though.
Yeah, I mean.
I've hated the Patriots ever
I
since the 28-3 Falcons debacle.
Of course.
I mean, that just.
Also, Also had a cool debate with Falcons fans. Who do you think would win in the fight, Robert Kraft or Arthur Blank?
Arthur Blank.
Arthur Blank.
Hands
Why do
down.
you say that? Hands down?
The mustache.
Here, let's look up the
He
current.
would fight, and Arthur Blank, no doubt, would hit him with the. Why? He would definitely have that stance.
Okay, so
He would
Arthur
definitely
Blank.
have more spicy things to say, but I'm thinking in a fight.
Robert Kraft gets his ass
I think
beat.
I think Robert Kraft gets crushed. This guy's getting that nose broken for sure, though.
Because we cheat, so Spygate, like he'll grab some nuts.
Yeah.
In the fight.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, Robert Kraft looks like a breeze would knock him over.
They would be hitting each other. It would look like Sonic. Just rings falling out. Just
Oh,
two
also-
rich motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Arthur looks like he's about to fall over in this picture.
He
so
does,
both of
yeah.
them look
They
old,
both
bad
look
shape.
bad. Wait,
Yeah.
what was the age on this? 83 versus
84.
Okay, they're about the same age.
The tail of the tape.
mean-
they need. I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's the guy coming
He
to the
looks like
fight.
a bird. Like Arthur Blank looks like a falcon.
He looks like a dirty bird.
The original dirty bird.
He looks like a bird.
He looks like he'd ask for a hand job. For sure.
Exactly.
Robert Kraft.
Ask. He's a nice man.
Yeah, he's like, he asked for her to get let out of her cage. He didn't ask.
I don't know. Robert Kraft looks evil to
Nah,
me. Like he
he's-
always
he's
has.
Meek Mill's best friend. Think that- Oh, see what happens when you bring up Meek Mill. It just ruins everything. Just ruins everything, man.
It's like Candyman. So do you think that was Meek Mill getting blasted?
What? What?
Is that him?
Getting blasted? What are you
Wasn't
talking
he in
about?
the Diddy shit?
No, and that was the crazy thing. He wasn't in it at all. Before Diddy got arrested and had all the RICO charges and all of that, they were like friends, and they had this infamous picture where they were wearing like matching outfits at a pool party.
Yeah.
And so after Diddy got arrested and all of that, Meek Mill went on Twitter and was like, "Hey man, y'all leave me out of that stuff." But the crazy thing is nobody was putting him in it. And then after he said that, then everybody was just making fun of him, saying he was one of Diddy's hoes. Have you ever seen the picture with them wearing matching outfits?
No,
And
but that's
we-
pretty damning.
I think
If you're
Weed
wearing-
Man is in the picture too.
Damn.
Wait, who is it? It's
R.I.P..
Diddy.
Diddy. Wait, Weed Man's dead?
I just meant their careers.
Oh, okay. God, this has been a sad episode.
And who was it?
And Meek Mill.
This
matching
has been a
outfits.
sad episode.
I was
We're
like, I can't
trashing
get
Meek
this.
Mill, and it's like,
There we go. You see
yeah,
it?
that's crazy.
Right there.
That's
And we was-
insane.
And yeah, Wee Man's in there.
But what are we talking about?
Very random. I know, very random. Matching outfits. Wee
Bro,
Man
they
is in
did
there.
dirty things to Wee Man that night.
Oh my God, he was a little fleshlight. Hi, I'm Wee Man, and this is Human Fleshlight. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, they did. I thought there was the video of him in the pool backing his ass up.
What? Who? Which
Meek
one are
Mill.
we talking about? Of Meek Mill?
Yeah, and I think I'm telling you,
Your
I
algorithm must be
swear to
different from
God,
mine.
yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but
Isn't
I
that
have
on?
not
And
seen
then
it.
he's talking about, yeah, I don't know, dude. The Diddy stuff. There's so much. They hit us with so much shit where you're just like, every video you were like, hey yo, it was an Ayo overload, dude. It was too much. I think that's what they're doing with Epstein files. They're just gonna give you too much shit to focus on any of it, and then 2 weeks, and then they're gonna be like, hey, Bad Bunny's in a dress. Bad Bunny's in full drag, dude. How mad are you about that?
Nicki Minaj being a right-wing conservative is more of a biggest story
Big
than
twist,
the
yeah.
Epstein files, or at least with my algorithm, it seemed to do that. And it's crazy
That's great.
because even when she beefs with Don Lemon, or really anyone else, her biggest defense is like, "Hey, you gay? Like, shut up, cocksucker." Like that's her biggest.
That's a pretty solid defense.
And so far, I'm sad to say it's working because it keeps being a bigger story than anything that's happening on Epstein Files. And it's like, if your strategy is to stop a movement, is just called leader gay, it's like, we are in trouble.
It's basically how Trump won the first time.
Trump wins things the way I win arguments when I was in the 4th grade when I didn't have a good comeback. It's like, bro, you gay. If you call,
you're dumb, dude.
Bruh, this strategy, I wonder if it would work against Martin Luther King. He out there giving an "I Have a Dream" speech, and there's one person in the back room like, "Hey, bro, you ain't been to the top of nothing. Shut your gay ass up." He's like, "Hey, boy, don't play with me like that. What we not gonna do is play with my name."
And they did play with his name.
Yes, exactly.
They fucking trashed him, dude. They talked about orgies. Like, that has anything to do with his legacy.
Yeah, like you can't.
Like, damn, bro. Like, you can't.
No dude that famous is.
He wasn't having an orgy on the march.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Oh, we don't know that.
That's true. We don't know that.
I don't feel comfortable riffing with 2 white guys about Martin Luther King.
That's a good point. It is February.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month, both of you guys. I've said that to all my white friends, but all of them like try to be funny. So many of them have sent me back like black fists and crowns. And it's not the reaction that I really wanted all the time. Like, I want you to feel awkward about it, but I'm around too many comics. So
yeah.
I don't like that.
They won't say it back.
How do you feel about the black fist?
The emoji in general?
A white person using the black fist.
What is your motive behind it? Because it's not like you accidentally just got that queued up. Yeah. So it's like
you got to try to.
You searched it out.
Yeah,
that's true. I've never even thought about that.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have a reaction to it. I got a buddy that just sends me race videos all the time. And
nice.
It's just, it doesn't hit all the time, and I never usually talk to him about it. But how do I feel about the white people doing the black fist? I don't know. It's never given me a good laugh before.
It's made me laugh every time I've seen it, but probably not.
You and your white friend send black fist.
No, it's a rarity, to be honest.
Okay.
But every time it's happened, I'm like, okay, like it really it gives you an insight into what kind of person you're dealing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You learn a lot about that person and how you should treat them going forward.
And one emoji, you're like, this guy.
Yeah, it's a picture truly does speak 1,000 words.
I don't even really use emojis like that.
No, I don't use them at all.
I think I'm too old. I've aged out.
You're too old. You at least use the laughing one, right? That's a standard one. Laughing emoji.
Sometimes, yeah.
Laughing emoji.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I'll use a laughing emoji. But yeah, if I'm hitting you with a bunch of emojis as a 38-year-old man, like,
yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah, I'm hitting you with the you wanna go, and I have like the gasoline, the leaves, and the fire. It's like, all right, dude, you have 2 kids. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Dude, child protection will show up.
Yeah, they're like, bro, are you?
Did you use the 100 emoji? Did you say the 100 emoji? Fire? Nah.
The only people your age who use that are groomers. So,
dude, it's crazy. Nothing is weirder than I still stay on Facebook just to keep up with the people I went to high school with. Nothing is weirder than millennial, like, people still updating their Facebook every day. Like, the people I went to high school with, like the girls I went to high school with, it's amazing. Like
updating it as what? The profile picture?
No, like it's putting out statuses, and they're like, doing influencer videos.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole thing.
It's insane.
Workout videos is big with everybody I grew
self-help.
up with. Yeah, self-help. Yeah.
That bitch, you have 3 fucking
just some townie 4. Just
it's crazy. Yeah, I know a girl that's doing like a self-help thing online.
Let me tell you how
your whole life has been a disaster. like I grew up with you. You are the problem. And now you're trying to pretend online. It's everything I can do to not comment and be like, bitch.
The only self-help thing that you could advise somebody on is how to trap a steel worker with a child. Like, that's...
Yeah, or how to navigate probation in Cherokee County.
Yeah. It would be a good premise for a podcast. Good episodes.
How to navigate probation.
Good episodes.
Honestly,
it would... on a color system.
We would be listened to by a lot of Cherokee County, I bet.
I could have used it.
So how do you guys feel?
I could have used that podcast when I was on probation. Shit was crazy. Probation is set up for you to fail.
Word, have both of you been on probation before?
No.
I have. Yeah,
Okay.
It's a nightmare.
For, if you don't mind me asking, for what?
DUI.
DUI. Oh, yeah.
The whole thing just is a fucking nightmare.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
'cause you
human
gotta piss into-
trafficking.
Just the probation, like all the
Getting
the
on probation
classes.
for human
Yeah.
trafficking
Yeah.
is wild.
No,
Yeah,
but
well, he was connected, you
it
know?
was a DUI because I moved my car on the World Cup.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, somebody was like, dude, you're going to get a ticket if you... It was in Savannah, and I fucking moved my car, and as soon as I was moving my car to go into a parking lot, I got pulled over. I was like, oh, I'm going to jail. As soon as I saw the lights, I was like, yikes, dude. And they're not going to hear. I just pulled out of that parking spot to go in there like, yeah, of course you did.
God
Yeah. He probably watched me the whole time.
Yeah.
He watched you stumble to the car.
Yeah, he's like, no way, this guy's good. I was dressed for the World Cup, so I was in the USA gear.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as I got pulled over, I was like, fuck.
And you were just moving your car to the garage for the night.
I was just moving into a parking spot. Yeah.
You should have just taken the tow.
Dude, yeah.
In hindsight.
Are you kidding me? I had years to think that. Just
Yeah.
every fucking class I was in, I was like, I could have got that car towed to San Francisco for the fucking price of this. I could have towed that car around.
Do you have your mugshot with you? Or do you?
No. It was so long ago, too. It's not on the internet. Yeah, it was. I immediately was, which is probably why he walked up, was like, get out of the fucking car, because I was like taking shit off, because I had on like USA, like I was dressed like a dickhead, and I was like, I can't.
You didn't want to get
Oh,
arrested.
I immediately was like, I gotta. This mug shot can't be this bad. I'm wearing a feather. I look like fucking Ric Flair, dude. I looked like a dickhead.
That's really good, like, foresight, though. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
yeah.
That's-
Well, I knew. I was like, oh, I'm going to jail. There's no doubt about that. I reek.
Dude, get arrested in giant glasses. One of those big plastic horn things.
Oh my god, dude, you'd have to get that printed out. That would be my beach towel with my family. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. Probation is fucking garbage. I was in there with a guy that had a passenger that just like took a joint out and put it under the seat. So he had a year of probation because his passenger put one joint underneath his seat. I was like, dude, every time I saw him in there, I was like, this sucks so bad. He's like, I don't even fucking smoke. I was like, that's crazy.
Wait, one of his passengers, so he was like driving Uber or something?
No, if you're driving,
just
the car,
somebody that was in the
I
car
was like,
with
that's
him.
well, I wouldn't even say, because I would say his friend,
Okay.
but I wouldn't say friend.
No,
Yeah.
That's
No.
not your friend.
Not after that.
No, especially if you don't even fucking smoke weed and your friend
Yeah.
fucking just, and you don't even know. So
Like trying to hide it? He was trying to
yeah, I guess, but it's like you get in trouble
Yeah.
for. I mean, I only talked to him a little bit before
Okay.
they
Yeah.
call your name. You know what they don't like in probation? Hanging out.
Really, not big fans of it.
They are not. And let me tell you, the ladies in Savannah, they were fucking mean at the probation office. Those were some mean ladies. Where I get it, like, yeah, your day is not great, you know.
You see the worst part of people.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody's lying to you. Everybody has an angle. I get it. But it's like, Jesus Christ. I had a buddy that showed up 5 minutes late and they arrested him.
To his probation.
But he had been late a couple other times. But it was still just like, it was still like, damn, dude, you're looking at late like, you really gonna do this to my life? You really gonna fuck me up like that? Yeah.
Dude, but imagine showing up at jail and they're like, what are you in for? Being late.
I was late. I took my first drug test, and I was really worried when I took my first one that weed was going to show up. Because they technically, you're not going to get into trouble, the first one. But if weed shows up, every drug test after that, they're going to be on your ass. So my lawyer was like, dude, I failed that first drug test. So I go in there, and I'm like really worried. I'm doing the math. Like, you know, it's been a week. It should be out of my system, blah, blah, blah. So I piss in the cup. I hand it to the lady. You know, she's watching me the whole time. She puts the thing in, and then she just stares at me. And I'm like, what? She goes, when was the last time you smoked weed? Dude, I'm talking about, like, my stomach sank. I was like, this is I'm going to jail. And I just stared at her, and I was like, I don't. She's like, I'm just kidding with you.
That's
I was like, dude, I
crazy.
literally looked at her. I was like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, that's great. She was like, don't cuss at me. I was like,
no, I'm gonna cuss at you. No, fuck that. Absolutely not.
I was just like, this is my life. Like, this is not funny. Like,
no.
Cheeky fun.
No.
Yeah, that's
I was like, that's insane. You're an insane person.
Yeah, and this is not the job to do that. I can see if you were working at McDonald's and you wanted to spice it up as the cashier, like goofing off with the customers, but this is not the fucking place to do that.
And I thought, dude, because my first reaction was to run. Like, I was like, imagine I did that. She was just kidding. I just go tear an ass out of there. She's like, I don't know what that guy was doing.
She definitely does that to everybody as a gotcha.
Yeah. Oh,
and they definitely
It's a gotcha that she calls a joke.
Right at your dick. That really threw me off. Like, she's like...
Oh, it's Army style.
Oh, she's eyeballing. She was in there. I was like, God damn.
Damn.
Because they have to make sure you're not using a fake dick.
Yeah, she has
but I don't know what I thought. Mm-hmm. Like, when she was like, I had to go in there with you, I just thought she was going to, like, listen. And I looked over, I was like, God damn.
I'm surprised they had a lady doing it.
Yeah, she didn't give a fuck. And it's like
probably
that's ballsy to go in there with a fake dick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would be just a mess the whole time. That's what I tell people. I didn't need to skydive. You want a real thrill, just go into probation with dirty piss. Just go in there and really roll the dice and see if they call your name.
She probably seen so much if you didn't shake good enough. She was like, all right, I got you.
What's your dirty dick? What's your little wet dog print? Your little wet dog nose. It's the worst, dude.
That's wild. I failed 2 drug tests before. Not even I've never been on probation. This was like random things at a job. But it was like my fault both times. The first time.
Good. I think that's how it works every time.
Never mind. It could have been.
It turns out I failed a drug test. They're saying it's my fault.
That is on me. Like, I didn't know.
Fucking crazy.
No, I swear the needle fell into my arm.
Yeah, I didn't think it would show up on the drug test. That's wild, man.
You're saying ketamine shows up on there.
Who knew? Who knew, man?
Y'all are testing for ketamine. I had no idea. I'm sad. Okay? Doctor, I'm part horse.
Because the first time I went, because it was like a random one at my job. So I went, I already knew I didn't have it. And they give you a certain amount of time to make it to a test site. So in that amount of time, I jetted over. My friend, he worked at Firehouse. Got some of his, whatever. Put it in a brown bag. I got to the testing location. I look into the bag. He did not put the seal on well enough. And it was just warm piss just in the brown bag.
That's so bad.
You showed up to a drug test with just a brown bag of piss.
Yeah. Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough at all. I don't know why I did this, but I take it because it wasn't enough. It was only like a little bit of amount.
Shove the bag in the cup.
No, I did something even dumber. I put hand sanitizer in there to try to fill it up, and then I topped some of it off. I don't know why I did it. I topped some of it off with my piss, and then I handed it to him. Of course I failed. Of course.
Bro, topping it off with your
very
piss.
dumb. I don't know why I did that.
It's so funny.
I got fired.
What is happening, dude?
I got fired.
You're like, it couldn't be any worse.
Yeah. That's like you losing a game and it's like, let me throw 3 interceptions at this league to seal this. So I got fired. It was yeah, man. It was wild.
They're like, you drink a lot. Your piss is like 80% alcohol.
And it's weed. You were just fucked up on the job this day.
Yeah.
But that was the first drug test I failed. And then the second one was for a warehouse job. It would have been so nice. I used to use this synthetic piss. Uh-huh. For some reason, and it worked several times. For some reason, I couldn't get the temperature right.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the temperature right. So I thought dumping some of it in the toilet would cool it off. And for some reason, again, I don't know whether I panic when I do drug tests and I'm in a fucked up place, but I took the little bottle that I had some of the synthetic piss in, and I like scooped some of
Jesus.
it out of the toilet.
You're panicking, dude.
Yeah, and I'm not thinking at all. And you know how they put the blue dye in the toilet? Yeah. My piss, I came out with like I put it in the cup and it was green. Like I gave her like green piss. And when I handed the cup to her, she looked at it like, and then she still tested it and was like, this is too cold. I can't do nothing with it. And and they made me wait there.
Like,
yes. And I knew she knew I was on some bullshit as soon as she saw it. I didn't know how I thought this was going to work out. But I ended up staying there. Of course, I didn't give him any pee. Like, I just kept acting like I couldn't do anything. Didn't know you could lose your commercial driver's license. Your driver's license can't get suspended, but you can lose, like right now, I can't drive trucks for, like, the next, I think, year.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's why truck drivers is so serious that they don't smoke or like they're not drunk on a job at all because they get
anymore.
Anymore.
Back in the good old days.
But I mean, amphetamines and stimulants, that's out of your system in 3 days. Like coke, all that shit.
You know what? I'm gonna thank you for telling me that.
I mean, I became an expert.
Good to know.
I knew more about the drug test, and then the first time I went into probation, though, I was like really worried about drinking, right? And I was like, fuck, dude. Because in Cobb County, they test your piss. You have a protein that comes up in your pee that they can tell up to like 60 hours when the last time you had a drink was. Mm-hmm. So I go into Savannah, I hadn't drank, and I'm like, she goes, okay, I need you to blow this balloon up. Okay, so you blow a balloon up, and it has like a little glass tube on the end of the balloon, and then she just sits it down on the desk, and the air slowly blows through this tube, and there's crystals in it, and the crystals change color if there's alcohol present. And I was like, she's explaining it to me, and I was like, so essentially that's like a breathalyzer?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, that's exactly what it's like. And I go,
It's like
so you're telling me.
Like a whimsical breathalyzer?
So people know a month in advance that they're coming in here for probation. It's 9 a.m. And you're telling me that people still come in here and fucking fail? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, still come in and fail. Like, you could have beers the night before. You just have to not currently be drunk.
Yeah.
I was like, that's insane that people come in and fuck that up.
But isn't that like a loophole where you can say, hey, I'm like an addict, and they can put you in a program?
I was about to say, I think
Maybe.
then you're in like a drug. I think, yeah.
When I was in the Army, they had it like if you get caught with dirty piss, if you say, okay, I'm addicted to a thing, they'll put you in a 12-step program.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the thing.
I knew a guy, that's crazy, because when I was in the Army, I knew a guy who got kicked out because they gave him prescription pills for his operation, and they gave him a longer supply of pills than he was technically allowed to take. So when he was still in pain, but after the prescription period, and he still had pills, taking them at the regular, and he was still taking them, they drug tested him and kicked him out.
That seems weird.
For pills that the Army gave him, yeah.
You gave him.
They gave him more. They were like, you're allowed to take them through this date, but then they gave him enough to last like 2 weeks past that date.
Yeah. So did he just tell them, hey, this is what y'all gave me? Like,
yeah, and then they kicked him out.
That seems so silly.
Yeah.
The Army takes anybody, but they kicked him out for that.
Yeah, just
That's
real
wrong.
dickheads.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah, that shit, the Army sounds like it fucking sucked.
Yeah, it's not a good time.
Just a lot of stuff that I've heard through stories of just like, man, that fucking sucks.
You remember MEPS, Trent?
Oh, yeah.
You remember MEPS? MEPS is where they send you before they take you to your training site.
It's where they make sure that you're not like too fucked up to.
They do all
to
the
be
medical
in,
stuff.
yeah.
They actually,
It's like an in-depth physical that takes a full day.
And everybody is there doing it. Literally, I'm not making this up. We had an assembly, a line, and there was this old dude sitting in a chair at the end of the line, and we each had to come up to him, bend over, spread your butt cheeks, next person.
Whoa, what a fucking long day for that guy. Holy shit, dude.
He's not joking around
and
like that.
it's like a 10-hour day.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine just 5 hours into staring at assholes. You're like, where the fuck did I go wrong, man?
See, now that's a job where I'm okay with you spicing it up a little bit. Like
Yeah,
if
throw
he's
a
back there,
joke
it's
in.
like, man, there's a giant knot back here. And it's like, what? Nah, I'm just joking, man. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Like, we all lined up. There was a Jamaican guy that fingered her ass.
He's just like, boy, you could fit anything in there, couldn't you?
Nah, I'm just playing. He smack your ass.
They make you do a thing where you have to squat and waddle in your underwear.
What is the purpose of that?
And we're all in a line.
I don't know. I think it's to make sure that you are physically capable of doing that, but I don't know why you have clothes. I don't know why you have to be in your.
They're like,
underwear.
hey, gentlemen, drop down and get your eagle on. This is fucking crazy, dude. Like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
MEPS was such a nightmare that like you forget how bad it is because how much worse it gets.
Yeah,
because it only gets worse from there.
Oh,
it does. It only gets worse from there.
But yeah, because MEPS, I mean, you're there for like 10 hours and you're probably in line waiting to do stuff for 9.5 of those hours.
Yeah, and then you go to basic training.
It's like you're living in the DMV.
It is. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the early parts when you first get into the Army is just a long-ass DMV trip. Because even after the MEPS thing, when you finally do go to your training station for your basic training, you have to do this thing called
in process. There's a week of it.
And it's a long week of you just standing in lines.
Fucking out.
It's like almost basic training.
It's crazy that y'all didn't just quit.
That's what
it is. It is
That's
insane. You can't have your phone.
Yeah.
The resolve? You're raw
smoking or drinking.
None of it.
They cut your hair bald. They put these goggles on you.
And they are mean about it.
Yes. And everybody's mean. Not even the NCOs. Even like the nurses are like mean to you. And I'm like, you don't have to fucking talk to us like that. We already gonna get this. Be nice. You the lunch lady. You don't have to be mean to me right now.
It's the worst.
It's a lot.
You remember Shot Day?
Shot Day.
When they give you a lot of vaccines all at one time?
Yes, shot day, yes.
Dude,
yes.
it's like an assembly so when we did it, they would give you the peanut butter shot first.
Peanut butter shot, peanut butter shot.
Penicillin.
Yep. In your ass.
Yeah.
Why the peanut butter?
Because it's thick like peanut butter.
Okay, yeah.
I hate that.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that's why.
I thought they gave you peanut butter. I was like, no, I could get down with that.
No, it's because they stick it in.
I'm like a dog, dude. You just give me a rolled up piece of cheese and you can give me a shot.
No, it's because it's thick enough that like they stick it in like the meaty part of your ass and you can feel the liquid going because it's like thick.
And if you tense up, it's worse.
It sucks.
Yeah, tense up is worse.
But then, because they have you pull your pants, so they had like a little curtain to do that, and then you got in a different line and went into another room where you would just go, and I think there were 6 stations, which was just a person on either side. You'd step up, they'd ask your name, your rank, and like something else, and then you'd confirm that, and then they would just stick you in both arms, one on each side. Step forward, do it again. Step forward, and then you just step out into the sunlight, and your body is confused by everything that just got put in.
I never questioned any of the
just
needles.
feel
either.
weird the rest of
That's
the
what
day.
I was wondering.
Never questioned it.
No.
They said this is a peanut butter shot, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And I never questioned what was in peanut butter.
Yeah, they fucking load you up and
They
right before
microwaved this
basic.
fucking guy.
Yeah, well that was more of a workplace oopsie.
Wait, what? You got microwave? What?
Dude, I told somebody at work that they were like, "That's fucking crazy."
I just thought you were doing a riff. You
No.
got
No, I got
microwave?
yeah.
What?
That's
What are you talking about? What did you?
You ever heard of the Patriot missile system?
No.
So it uses a radar that's this thing.
God damn.
So
Oh wait, that was one of my jobs setting up a radar. It was not this big.
Yeah.
But ours was one that was just on top of one of the smaller.
Yeah. So this fucker is huge, and it only really shoots out of this thing, but it shoots so much radiation that, like, when it's running, you're not supposed to be within 2 meters of it in any direction. Mm-hmm. One day during crew changeover for, like, a field exercise where we were coming on shift, fucking we were doing the changeover, opening those doors, looking in, reading the numbers off the panel. We confirmed in the control station it wasn't on. 5 minutes later, the guy runs out. He's like, "We totally forgot it was definitely on." And then we all just rode out radiation sickness for 8 hours or whatever in a room.
Were you throwing up or what?
No, it was like like literally every part of my body just hurt bad. Like it was like a migraine, a stomach ache, and then just like muscle pain. They just put us in a room on cots with like fucking turn the lights off, and we're like,
shit.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Set up a TV.
And it's like, that's the kind of thing that like an officer would go to Leavenworth for, probably, because that doesn't happen. Like, that's a big deal. But they made sure that it got handled in a way where there's no paper trail and there's no proof it happened.
Yeah. Oh, so I would think this wouldn't be added to like your disability.
No, they've denied it. Yeah,
they denied it. What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because there's no record. So yeah, I've been microwaved before. Yeah. They also, when I went to Korea, they gave me an experimental vaccine that they threatened us with AWOL.
If you didn't
take the experimental vaccine. Like you fly into Korea, and during the Korea in processing, they're like, hey, here's a waiver for this experimental vaccine we're going to give you. And one guy was like, what if I don't want the experimental vaccine? And they're like, well, then we won't let you enter the country. And if you can't enter the country, you can't report to your unit. Mm-hmm. If you can't report to your unit, you're AWOL. And if you're AWOL, you can go to prison.
Jesus.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Was this during the pandemic?
No. Okay. This was like fucking, that was like 2012.
Oh, there's no telling what they gave you, though.
Yeah, who knows?
You just hope you got the saving.
I hope so, yeah.
Hope you got the control.
I'm assuming I did. But here's the thing, there were two of them. So my guess is they gave everybody who got the control on one got the real on the other, is my guess. If I was running a science experiment with two vaccines, that's how I'd do it.
Have you ever gotten COVID?
No.
You haven't gotten COVID?
There's one time I think I had it like way late in COVID.
Okay.
I got crushed.
But no, I never got it confirmed, and I don't think I really got it. Yeah,
I got it one time really good during Christmas. It was so bad, dude. Ooh. Me and the girl I was dating, we were in her house, and we were just sitting in the living room, and I was like trying to be positive, and I'm like, maybe we'll just have a fun day. I looked over, and she was just boo-hooing, and I was like, oh, nope, it's going to be a very terrible day. You're all right, perfect.
All right, we got to get to this story.
Oh, yeah.
We're over an hour.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So, to set, also around that time that COVID was happening, my girlfriend had tuberculosis.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I also got it too.
No.
She got very, very, very sick at the time. And, she was Doc Hollidaying. Yeah, and she was so beautiful. I was still trying to fuck. So we were like this close to each other all the time. I ended up getting it. I wasn't really sick though, but we had to quarantine away from each other. And we had this nurse lady that would come and give us our medications at different times. So it was kind of cute because she would tell me what's going on with her. I would be like, oh, tell her this.
Passing notes and shit.
But nice. Yeah. If I could go back in time, I would have passed an actual note, but it was just like words. I wasn't as romantic in the past. Yeah. So, but no, that's what I was up to. But
tell that
anyway.
Bitch.
And if I handed a note to her and was like, do this in a Jamaican accent.
I need you to...
Can you make the horn noise?
And if you can just jump off the top of the cabinet, it's make it more accurate.
I couldn't spell womp, womp, womp.
I need you to read this in an Andy Serkis voice.
But anyway, in the year 2022, a little bit at the tail end of 2021, all the way up to to the beginning of 2024, I was heavy on Adderall. Okay. Like, the first time I ever did it is, matter of fact, with the ex that I'm telling you guys about, it was after we had ended things. I had tried Adderall for the first time, and I had never done any drug like this my entire life. Nowadays I know I suffer from high blood pressure, and when you have high blood pressure, you're fatigued, you're tired, and when I was young, I was very malnourished. I never ate the right things that I was supposed to eat. Mom, single, wasn't able to put food in the house.
Yeah,
so
well,
there would
plus
be
all your chicken nuggets got stolen.
Yeah. Oh, chicken fingers. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember chicken fingers. That's right.
The super callback.
Yes. And you know what's crazy? I think I was still on the Adderall last time I was here and I was telling that story. But
Hell yeah.
you say nice. No, it's not nice, Steven. But you've been so supportive of all the drugs that I've said.
I don't think drugs are inherently
You're like,
bad.
man, if you take about it, it'll only show up in your system 3 days after you use it, man. Don't worry about it. No big deal, man.
I just like to drop gems out there for anybody listening. Anybody who might be stressing a drug test. It was like one episode I explained how to lemon tech mushrooms. I'm like, maybe.
It got to the point where towards the end of the explanation, I realized I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be saying this into a microphone. Maybe you shouldn't be giving.
YouTube's not gonna love that. I'm like, oh, whatever. If you hypothetically wanted to eat mushrooms,
Keegan.
This is what I would tell a cool person. But anyway.
If somebody was cool.
Yeah. If you don't want to be a fucking pussy, this is what I would do. But if you want to do that, that's your lifestyle. I'm not judging you. But anyway, yeah. First time I did Adderall, this was after a breakup. What was so crazy is when you do it, I had never experienced having all of this energy. It was the first time that I had a effort to I wanted to talk to people. A lot of times, I'm much better in conversation now, but when I was years ago, it felt like having just a one-on-one conversation with somebody felt like lifting weights, and it was just so difficult for me. Yeah. Taking this drug, it was the first time I never felt any anxiety. I felt like every thought that came across my mind was brilliant, and it made me want to have the most intense and in-depth conversations with people. And when it came to sex, it was like I was up out of here.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You never experienced that before?
On Adderall?
Yeah, on Adderall.
No, I've always had the opposite effect.
I feel
really?
Yeah.
Keegan, I feel like would be hard to talk to on Adderall.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I'm doing a stimulant, it's a lot.
Like you don't feel like talking, or what you're incapable?
Oh, no. Well, it's like
Keegan has Adderall energy on standard gear.
Yeah, it just depends. Like when I would do painkillers really made me talk a lot.
Word.
They don't have like a sleepy effect on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I could always feel it when I would get in an Uber. You'd see the Uber and he's like, Jesus Christ. Like you catch him in the rearview mirror, just like, you're like, oh, I'm punishing this person. I've been talking at them. Like, this is crazy. My bad. My nose itches. I feel fantastic. I just want to tell you about
You
my
kept
life.
requesting different locations so the ride would last longer. It was like, hold on. Never mind. Don't worry about it. There we go.
That's when I turned 13.
Honestly, if somebody did that to me, I wouldn't be too mad, depending on how good the conversation was.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to keep paying me to like talk to you.
Yeah, you're like, hey, share some of that so I can get on your wavelength.
Yeah.
The problem is it's usually just me, like, when I was doing like a lot of coke, it was like me outside of a bar telling somebody about my idea of Topgolf, but it's a batting cage.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Exactly, and that sounds something that I would love to learn more
I
about.
would get into the details, and people would be like, "Oh, okay,"
Yeah,
because I'd be like, "And you're probably looking at me like I haven't thought about the pitching. I have."
Well, the funny thing is you didn't describe that. What Keegan did was he described Topgolf for baseball, and the more he would describe it, the more it would become just what a batting cage is.
Okay.
So like he parallel thought up the idea of a batting
I remember
cage.
a girl just like listened to me at a bar and just looked at me and she goes, "Yeah, that's a batting cage." It's like,
No, but you're wearing headgear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, but they fucking are serving drinks and there's lights. You're not listening. I'll start from the top, dude. Let me get back to slide number 1 on my PowerPoint. Hold on.
Oh,
And the thing is, because you're high, you have all the energy to do that. You're almost excited to tell them the idea.
From the top? Let's take it from the top.
And me experiencing that on Adderall was something that honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh, this must be how everyone else feels all the time. This is how everyone else is able to make a friend and be an interesting person because they just have this, and I'm finally a normal person. Which is, now that I think about it, that's a lot of my thoughts that's a lot of motivation. When I used to be like heavy smoking and drinking in the past, it would be like, oh no, this is the real me. This is what I actually feel like. This is like the people are finally seeing the real Nathan. But it was like me just going on about a fucking batting cage. Yeah. Right? That's basically what it was the whole time.
Did you have your own specific like business idea that you thought was genius?
No, but I just thought hearing the sound of my voice saying anything sounded amazing. So it was like, oh, and I felt like my listening skills were so incredible. People are difficult to keep my interest, and a lot of times I'll just start doing a bunch of performative things, like just laughing at jokes that I don't even think is fucking funny. But when I was on Adderall, it would be like, oh my God, I'm so interested in your story and the way you think. So my listening skills were were so amazing. Like I remember there's this movie called Malcolm and Marie, and it's basically Zendaya and Denzel Washington's son arguing for 2 hours. I watched that movie on Valentine's Day with my ex, and we kept pausing to discuss different things about it. That's how amazing. That's how much into talking I was.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I didn't know drugs could do that to a man. Dude, pausing a movie to answer girl questions is crazy. No.
Sometimes it was my questions that I had. Sometimes I would pause the movie and be like, you know what? I got a discussion point that I want to bring up right now.
A discussion.
and so it went. So when I first took it, I started getting things done that I was supposed to get done. I always talked about moving to Atlanta. For some reason, me being high on Adderall made me create a list of things that I need to get done, and moving to Atlanta was one of the first things. So I thought about I had a difficult time developing a plan on how I was going to live here for probably like 3 years. I did Adderall. In 2 days, I found an apartment to stay in. I found mics that I wanted to go to, and the entire time I was in a relationship with this ex, she kept trying to get me to move out of Savannah to Atlanta. We broke up, and within the first week of us breaking up, I already had everything set up.
Plan laid
in Atlanta. And it started out with me doing Adderall. Yeah. And then once I finally got here, it was like I was new to the comedy scene. So I would go around, and networking felt so fucking easy. Like, I would be on such a high that it was fun to just go to comedy shows.
How much Adderall were you taking?
I want to say, I don't know the exact dosage.
You're like, let me text my guy real quick.
No. I was... Let me look through these Facebook messages real quick. I got you. But... my whole thing would be, because after you do these opioids for a while, first it started off with being half of one would be good enough. Then it started being, I need to take a whole one. Then it's like, oh, I need to take 2. And it's like, oh, I kind of want to feel this for like at least 2 days. Let me take about 4 of them. And I don't know what the exact dosage was, but I started seeing it like affect my personality. But no, I was telling you about how networking was fun. And I would try to I would never be comfortable being the center of attention. But when I was on Adderall, I felt like being a social butterfly. So a lot of times I would just do random shit to like get the attention on me, and so I can talk to everyone in the room. This one night at God damn it, what was the name of that place that Alex Libby used to host shows at? It's called a theater.
At Ponce?
Yeah, it's in Ponce.
What was
and they
that?
used to
Roll
do
call?
Roll call. There is the roll call. There was one night at Roll Call. I was on one. I hosted this show. No, I didn't host the show. There was this theme show happening at Roll Call where you would go up with another comic, and both of you guys would be on stage doing like the whole Lucas Brother type deal. Me, my buddy Gabe Haynes, went up, did a set. I used to work at Hertz Car Rentals. I was cleaning out one of the cars one day, and I found this
Dude,
Skywalker
cleaning
mask.
a car on Adderall, that's a good.
And
That's a good.
I loved working.
Yeah.
I loved working when I was.
This is a pretty good commercial for Adderall. I have to tell you.
You remember OJ in the Hertz commercials when he's hopping over? Like this is definitely on that.
This
one.
episode's sponsored by Purdue.
But I remember cleaning out one of the cars, and I found this. What's the name of the guy? Skywalker from Guardians of the Galaxy. What was the main character's name?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. I found a Star-Lord mask, and I took it with me. I don't know why my brain, maybe it was the Adderall, but I was like, I might need this later.
Yeah.
And I just took it, put it in my car.
It's a very methy instinct.
Yes.
Like, I need
You go full squirrel mode. On that. As soon as you do amphetamines, you're like, I'm going to squirrel this away. I might need it. You're just the fucking squirrel from Ice Age.
put it in my cheek.
Like, I would take this arm and be like, I don't know what, but I might need this for
Yeah.
something later.
Could be useful.
Yeah, this will come in handy.
So
Come in handy.
we doing this show. This man got arthritis. But
Yeah.
we doing this show, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna put this mask on. I think this would give me the most attention. I could barely breathe while I was doing my set. It was a really good night. Listen, I'm not gonna suggest anybody do Adderall and stand up at the same time,
That's just.
but they do fucking go together so well for me. It made it hard. It makes it hard sometimes for me to get into a set because I notice everything in the room and I'm riffing for so long that I only get a chance to do like 2 jokes. But it's the most fun that I'll have on stage.
Those are the most fun sets, though.
Yes, but it's not healthy at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, roll call, and you know how comics hanging out afterwards. I'm going around riffing with everybody. I remember I had this Hey Arnold hoodie on, and like there's another comic who had a Hey Arnold hoodie on, and I'm like, hey man, let's go show all the black people that we got matching hoodies on, and he's like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like I kept trying to do intimate things with people. Like I want to be best friends with everybody when I'm on Adderall. And it led to me taking one of the most silliest pictures that I've ever taken. That's goddamn, that's Liam Nelson. That's Liam.
And is that
so
Stephen
funny.
Jones?
That is Stephen Jones and Durag, and that is me. And
That's so funny.
and with my Hey Arnold hoodie on. But yeah, I would just want to be the most social person in the world. So interactions with other people would be like way too intense. Around that time, I would have bad ideas. So one idea that I had was I was going to quit my job and Uber for a living and really go at the comedy thing hard, which is not terrible fucking idea. I had a roommate who was Ubering for a living, and it seemed like it was going well. So I was like, I'm going to do this shit. But I didn't realize that really all I wanted to do was just sit around and be high all the time. It led to me like failing, getting behind on a lot of bills, getting behind on rent. I was Ubering. There was one time that I was so thirsty to go get Adderall that my car, on the tire, there's these studs that hold your car in place. I was riding around for some reason. Most of my studs in my tire had popped off, so I was riding around with like just 2 studs in my car. And I was on the highway, and I could feel something jiggling. Ooh. I could feel something, but like I'm just like, all right, I'll check it later. Let me just pick this up real quick.
I'll check it at the dude's house.
My tire, I'm on the highway. My tire flies off.
Oh my god!
I'm riding on, not even on rim. I'm riding on really nothing. I don't know what you call it, but the entire...
You're on 3 wheels.
I was on 3 wheels, basically. It was on Flintstone shit. And my car, it does the whole... I try to pull over, but it skids. And I'm like in the middle of the highway. Finally, like a tow truck and the police, they pull up. And a guy that I think he was driving Uber because the whole time I'm on the side of the highway and I'm just looking at my car in the
Yeah.
middle of the highway, and I'm terrified that it's going to get destroyed. Most of the time, people are going around it until there's this one guy who comes, smacks the back of it.
Ooh.
And what's so wild is it didn't really fuck up my car. It fucked up his car mostly. And the entire time I'm watching it, I'm still thinking in my mind, this is how far gone I am. I'm still thinking in my mind, man, I hope I can still get to old boy's house so I can pick up this Adderall. That's the whole thing I'm thinking about this whole time. Police come, a pickup truck comes.
You're like, damn, my Uber driver just hit my car. You're like, he was supposed to bring me to get Adderall.
But so
That sucks. He's like, it says my ride is right here.
He looking for me in the pickup spot. I think.
He's like, what the fuck, man?
I'm like, if you see a gray Toyota Camry, you've gone too far. Just try. If you see a gray Toyota Camry broken down the middle of the road, you probably.
So funny. He's like, there's no way he's right here.
Middle of the highway.
Look up this car front.
No, but thought my car was gonna get totaled. It's the same car that I have right now, still standing.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was a goner.
So my question is this:
Go ahead.
when you got out, did you just sprint across the highway?
No, I kind of
He
sat in the
froggered
car
across the
scared
highway.
for a second, and then I got out, and I kind of inched around and kind of went around my car. I am surprised I didn't cause a giant accident. Very shocked. Only one person that I saw hit my car,
Yeah.
and that was it. And
Like, and I called him.
yeah, but
That one was on me, top to bottom, really.
my rider rating went down
Yeah.
after that happened. But anyway, the tow truck, he shows up. They're about to take my car. And I know when they take it, I'm going to have to pay money. So my whole thing, what I thought they were going to do was just take my car to the side of the road and just leave it there. No, I'm thinking they're probably thinking, nah, we're going to get this money out of you and there's nothing you can do about it. And I thought I could. Like, when I found out that's what he was going to do, I, like, stood in front of my car and was like, absolutely no. And then the dude, I'm not intimidating at all. The dude had to change it. He was like, all right, man. And then he just continued to just put the chains on my car. And the police was like behind us
He
too.
just face mushes you.
No, not even enough respect to do that. He just walked around me and was like, all right, we just gonna do this. And eventually I just came around. I was like, all right, man, can I at least get my gun out the car? I went and got my gun and my papers out. And anyway, they took my car, took it away and all that. And that was one. And how I knew I had a real addiction, that wasn't the end of the story. If I was who I am right now, I would have been like, all right, this kind of rock bottom.
I need to go get a bath.
Yeah, let me go home. But no, I can see. And when I say that, it's the end of that story, but I didn't stop using Adderall. That was kind of like the beginning of it. And then it got really bad when I quit my job and I was trying to Uber, barely making any money. I remember how bad that summer was. I remember my AC broke. My hair right now was like really bad. And like, I imagine I'm skinny right now, of course, but it was like I was kind of losing weight at the time too. Yeah. I was there, and I was a decent Uber driver when I was kind of high, but when I would be on that come down of just being depressed and all of that from the pills, it was like the most miserable thing in the world, and I wasn't able to like manage my emotions either. There was a time where I was picking up a dude from the airport, and here's the thing. Have you ever watched Entertainment Tonight?
Yeah.
You watch Entertainment Tonight?
Not much.
Okay. There is a reporter on there. His name is Kevin Frazier.
No, I couldn't.
His name is Kevin.
Entertainment Tonight.
Frazier.
I could not pull a.
That's him right there.
Okay.
There
I
was
have
a
seen
guy
him.
that got into my back seat, and he had a mask on. And I was like, oh, his eyes look familiar, and also his voice looks familiar, too. So I pick him up from the airport, and I'm a very safe driver. So I was looking in my rearview mirror to make sure I didn't hit any cars like coming out, but I guess I took too long for him to pull out the parking spot. And he's on the phone, and he just goes, "Hey, man, what the fuck are you doing? Are we going to move eventually?" And then I was like, "Hey, man, I'm trying to be safe, and don't talk to me like that." And we go back and forth a little bit, and then I put my car in park, and I'm like, "All right, get out of my car right now." And he's like, "All right, man, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to say that." And then, but I keep going on because I don't have the skills right now to, like, calm down the situation. Yeah. So I just take it to a whole nother level. And I start cursing him out.
You're just like, unless you have Adderall on you, this is not going to get better.
You wouldn't happen to have a script, would you? A fucking blank pad?
If he just popped it on my tongue, it probably would have been able to de-escalate. But anyway, we go back and forth. And eventually he's like, "Hey, man, do you want to go to the parking lot so we can fight?" And I'm just like, "Hey, man, just get out of my car." And he gets out of my car, but he doesn't close the door. And I'm like, "Hey, man, shut my door." And he's like, "Nah, you come around and do it." And then I grab my gun. And this, I'm not trying to sound tough because imagine it's not the manliest gun. You know the guns that Charlie's Angels have? It was one of those. So I grab it out my console. And I didn't point it at him or whatever. Thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't.
Pointing a gun at somebody outside of the airport. It's not.
Yes, not. I didn't. I think the gun was so small, he probably didn't know I even had it in my hand.
You come around the corner, he's like, "Gay." It's just like, whoa, dude.
I'm like, "Don't talk to me like that." But anyway, I grab it. I close my door. I get back into my car. He goes and he's just sitting in front of the airport because he has to get another Uber.
Yeah.
I roll down my window and I start cursing him. I'm like, "Yeah, you little pussy ass bitch. That's why you got to go call another one. And I'm gonna keep the money, bitch ass nigga." And then I drive off. And it was kind of funny because there was a guy sitting next to him that was on the phone that was just kind of looking over at him. And that was one of the first times that I ever felt that, the Adderall is kind of affecting like who I am as a person. And
you're like watching Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight on Entertainment Tonight.
Right. And you know what's crazy?
I was assaulted by an Uber driver.
I think it was Kevin Frazier because I checked his status. He was in Atlanta at that time. So I'm not saying, I got gangster with a reporter.
You almost fought Kevin Frazier.
I almost fought.
I mean,
I almost shot.
If
Kevin
you had
Frazier.
fought that guy, maybe one of the strongest moves for your comedy career ever.
Definitely,
dude. A video on Entertainment Tonight of you curb stomping Kevin Frazier,
or me getting my ass whooped by Kevin Frazier.
I mean, really?
Oh, no, he took my gun. He's just beating your ass. You're like, "Oh my God."
He can't really pistol whip me. I just got little small marks on my face.
You just immediately grabs your gun. You're like, "Oh no, I wasn't really gonna use that. My bad."
I'm sorry.
Dude, don't.
No, I didn't mean it.
No, but he was in Atlanta at that time.
So it was definitely Kevin Frazier.
I hope it is. That would be such a much better story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just live in the world where it was definitely Kevin Frazier.
If I ever meet him one day, I'm gonna ask him, "Hey, you remember some skinny dude looked like he was a meth? Pulled a small gun out on you one day? Do you remember
what if you meet him and you say that, and then he pulls a gun out? He's like, "I've been waiting." It's like, "I've been thinking about it since that day."
So damn, you almost shot Kevin Frazier.
Yeah, thank God I didn't. Drove off. And the thing that, those two situations should have been enough for me to stop. It wasn't my rock bottom.
Nice.
Wasn't my rock bottom.
Long way down.
No. And I got into a situation where I wasn't really making proper payments on my car. My car ended up getting towed. I was,
You were off the Addies.
I was.
You were for real in it.
But before that happened, I got fired from my job because, like I told you, when I did so much of it, it makes it hard for me to like manage my emotions.
Yeah.
I was working at a mental hospital, and I was giving out. It was my job to like get their lunch together and stuff. So I was serving cake, right? And I was giving out.
That's the cake was the last thing I thought you were gonna say for lunch.
No, they had their meals, but I was giving out like extra little
Like,
small boxes.
Okay, I was like, dude, that's a crazy lunch to give these people.
Dude, you go to the mental hospital and gain 300 pounds.
Here's cake, y'all fucking chill.
Just
Like,
give them candy.
and in my mind, this is how fucking stupid I am. It was like a wedding cake. I don't know. Like I was like, you were cutting it for sure. Like I'm sorry.
No,
I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, so you're passing out cakes. My bad, dude.
So is it like ice cream cake or?
No, they weren't good enough for that. But it was just like some chocolate cake, and there was this older guy, very good, but they do this thing at hospitals where they mix up people's medication to like see if it would have a different effect on them.
What?
I thought you were
Or
gonna
to
say
see if
for
they're gonna
fun.
improve. No. They don't do it just for fun. No. So they started kind of playing with his medication, so he was acting outside of himself. So I was serving cake, and he had already had enough. So I was like, no, I'm sorry, I can't give this to you. And he tried to snatch it from me, and I kind of pulled back, smacked me right in the face.
Whoa.
Smacked me right in the face. The smartest thing, because when you're working at these jobs, those are one of the things that could happen to you, and you're not supposed to react like a normal person. I was on the Addy. All that shit was out the window. I grabbed him. I grabbed him by his collar. And mind you, there's a counter splitting us. So I'm on one side of the counter. He's on the other side. I grab him, and I don't know what I was expecting to do. I knew I wasn't going to hit him in his face, but that was just the first thing that I thought of.
You just shook him like a baby.
No, the worst thing is I wish it was just that. What made it worse, and mind you, all of this is happening on the security camera. For me, seeing anybody doing anything on a security camera, you just look fucking guilty.
Yeah,
and you just look weird. So imagine on a security camera, you see me grab him, almost pulling him over the counter. My coworkers are on my side of the counter. They are all around me trying to pull me away from him. All of the patients are on the other side of the counter. They're trying to pull the guy that I'm pulling away from me. So it just looks like fucking mayhem. He ends up like ripping my my top. I had a chain on. He like ripped that off. I go to the back and I cool off.
Damn, he snatched your chain?
He snatched my chain off. Like I constantly get punked by people. And eventually I get fired for that. Obviously, I get fired.
I'm surprised it's eventually.
Yes.
I'm surprised that's not immediately.
Like at least 2 days went by. I was thinking like,
That's
crazy. This is not a professional institution. I should not be here right now. But eventually I got fired for that. And then at that point I had hit my rock bottom. No, I didn't hit my rock bottom at that point. What really made me change is I started seeing Adderall affect my stand-up. Like my mind just kept going blank. I wasn't really able to like be present and like be in the moment and just like be normal. And then at that point I was like, all right, I kind of lost a lot of stuff. Stand-up is kind of the most important thing to me. And then after that, I finally started. So I've been clean from
Did people know that you were doing it? Like, did people around you know? Here's
what's weird about my friends. They did kind of notice it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just didn't hit a rock bottom enough where it was so visible. Because like I told you, last time I was here, I was still doing it.
Yeah.
So it was like they noticed it, but they didn't know all like the details. I just remembered all the messages I was sending in the group chat. I was just a wild boy.
Yeah, you were lighting up the group chat.
I was very
any sort of uppers.
Yeah,
you get wild on the group chat.
Yeah, and I just remembered there would be times I was just and I never knew opioids affect your emotion so much. Like when I was coming down off it, there would be mornings where I would just wake up crying.
Yeah,
like, and I had roommates.
Out of serotonin.
Yes, and I had roommates. Like, and they would just hear me wailing.
Oh, you're weeping.
Yes, weeping on the floor, like weeping. And I don't know what it is with guys, but it's not. If you hear that, your first instinct is not going to be to talk to the person.
I'm never mentioning it.
No.
I'm never mentioning it.
Never
dude.
gonna
If I
come
hear
up.
you wailing in the other room, dude, that's hate.
And to be honest, if you bring it up, I'm probably going to be kind of awkward about it.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm not a counselor.
Oh man, you was crying. I didn't even hear that shit. That's
Yeah,
crazy. What?
That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, you should talk to like a professional or a girl about this.
I think I got a promo code for BetterHelp. I was listening to somebody today, dude. We'll get you straightened out. Yeah, that is funny though. Guys will not talk about that, especially your roommate.
Yeah, I mean, it had happened so many times because I would also have fits of rage too. So anytime I would think
you're
about
up and down.
Yep, yeah, up and down. So it was just so fucking hard to manage my emotions. And yeah, man, I remember my roommate did eventually talk to me and gave me like one of the best pep talks ever. He was like, mind you, it took a little while, so I think the crying was just bothering him way too much.
Yeah.
So I remember I was in the bathroom.
Hey man, these walls are thin, dude. Have a conversation. You're really bumming me out. I'm waking up to you crying, dude. It's a fucking hard way to start a day. He's just in the shower. He's like, today's the day, dude. I gotta fucking cheer this motherfucker up, dude.
But I remember I was looking into the mirror, and he was talking to me outside of the bathroom, and he was like, "Hey, man, if you ever want to talk sometime, I hear you crying sometimes." And what's wild is this is how going my brain was. I didn't even realize anybody else could hear me. I just thought because I was in the room by myself with the doors closed that this was a private thing that I was going through. It was not. The whole house knew what was going on.
Yeah.
God, I bet your stomach dropped as soon as he was like, I've heard you were like, no.
Yeah, but the thing is, being on the pills, I kind of just didn't have feelings about absolutely anything at all. So, and that was the thing that really scared me is that I just felt blank from the inside 24/7.
How was the withdrawals?
The withdrawals? Oh, awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Like I think I would just have to wrap myself in covers all the time.
Ooh.
I didn't feel like eating. I didn't, and I would always. This is how I knew the addiction was bad because I would always tell myself, "I'm not gonna do this again. It's not. I'm not gonna do it again." Then I would go for like a week, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm talking to people again. I should probably do a little bit of Adderall. I should probably feel a little better. And then it always would just be on that same cycle, like over and over again.
Damn.
But from that, it made me appreciate a lot of. I was broke as an adult man. I was also booting cars around this time. I was making all the bad decisions that you could possibly make while doing Adderall, and it's just it was just at least 2.5 years of just fucking up so much, and then really once I saw it was affecting my stand up, I was like, all right. We got to do something about this.
Yeah.
It took that. When I couldn't tell my best, pussy joke, I was like, nah.
When you just keep bombing, you're like,
love
something's got to change.
Yeah, every other facet of your life is completely on fire. You're like, this is fine. You fumbled a pussy joke. You're like, nope, something's got to
I'm
give.
messing up my punchlines. This is not me. What am I doing with myself? I looked at myself in the mirror like, nah, this is not me. I
God, the sillies aren't working like they used to.
Man.
Bombing will get you to change your life, though.
Oh, yeah.
That immediate, direct, you're like, something's got to give.
But anyway, Adderall's great for children who don't like class.
But I say all
That's
that
the crazy thing about Adderall is it's like...
I say all that to say I want to give Adderall to all the kids that
Yeah. Kids need Adderall. It's great for their developing brains.
I will say, dude, when I took Adderall in high school, God, I loved school. I hated
school.
I would dude, when I was banging with Adderall in high school, they had the 30 milligrams that had the little beads in them, and you could break the pill, and you could.
That's the first one I did. That's the one I did for
That's
the first
meth.
time. Okay.
That shit, dude, you'd be in class. And to think about our teacher, you have a regular class, and then one day, 10 people in the class are just like, just like, what the fuck is. And then, they're like, I can't even begin to investigate this. Like, how am I going to prove that half of my class is now currently on meth?
Word.
We'll just check their prescriptions.
Yeah, one kid had a prescription. Everybody else, and they used to give you the giant bottles of it. Like, you have to know that.
Wait, you were prescribed Adderall when you were in high
A
school?
couple of our friends in high school were prescribed. And it's like, why would you ever prescribe a high school student 30 milligrams, those giant pills? It's like, who the fuck needs that? That's crazy.
Dude, okay, so I would love your opinion on this. There's this one child that I work with, and he does this thing where he scratches, he bangs his head against the wall. Of course, you know toddlers, they have temper tantrums. His temper tantrums.
Oh, he knows.
His temper tantrums are on another level to the point where they could last for at least like 5 hours at a time. Like, he may stop crying for like 20 seconds, and then he's back to bawling his eyes out. Not just like whining, but full on crying, stomping his head against the wall, kicking and everything. Obviously, we can't beat the kids. But
you're not supposed to.
You're not physically. I mean, I could do it.
Have you tried shaking?
They say soap in a pillowcase doesn't bruise.
Yeah. But so he's not on medication. Do you believe in spanking children? Are you with that?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Conceptually undecided. Personally, absolutely not.
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I guess I'll get there. I have girls, so that's another thing. I think that's another, like, I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
Depends how mad he gets.
I mean, I've popped their hands. Like, I've flicked their hands when they touch outlets. Like, if they go to touch an outlet, I'll like flick their hand because I want them to associate an outlet with pain.
Okay. I like that. I don't want the abuse factor because I don't know how I'm going to be if I ever become a parent.
Dude, my mom used to fuck us up.
I remember it.
Yeah. She used to go pick switches and shit. That's psychologically.
That's abuse.
That's psychological warfare.
You
to go out there and you have to pick a switch with her. That's crazy. Dude.
You know what I always said about you? You're the only white dude I know that talks about whoopings like an old black person.
Bro, my dad used to get off of work and my mom would just sit me in a room and be like, "You just sit in here until he gets home." And I knew that he was like an hour away. And I'd just sit there for an hour. Just like, that's a fucked up thing to do to a kid.
Bro,
my parents torture.
My parents got a device for spanking.
What
do you mean?
So technically not a device, more of a strip of rubber. Dude, like a 1/4-inch thick strip of rubber like this big. Dude. Like a piece of rubber, like about this big, and it's just like black, like tire rubber.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, like a tire?
Yeah.
And they would spank you with that?
That one showed up after the Russians did, so that was.
Oh my God!
Like, you used to get like
they were like, we got to do something.
That one, I think I only caught that one once.
It seems to be, yeah. That seems like a one-time thing.
Yeah, you only need that once.
How old were you? What did you do?
Probably no later than 14.
What did you do?
I don't remember.
I got spanked all the time. I was constantly in trouble.
Yeah, back when I was young, big part of the childhood.
Yeah,
the spoon.
Dude, my mom was a ninja.
The objects. I don't think I would be into the objects.
Bro, I mean, you're beating a child with a fucking spoon. That's crazy. Now that I'm a parent, I'm like, that's literally insane.
When you hear people competing about stories about how they were abused, almost bragging about it, it just sounds insane. Like, and I used to just take it as a low-hanging fruit, but then as I got older, I'm like, nah, that's insane. Like, I would hear some people say, "Oh, my mama used to whoop me and then make me take a bath so I could feel all the open wounds would start stinging." I'm like, that is unnecessary. What the fuck did you do?
It's crazy now because a lot of things you see with kids or that were done like when you were a kid, you're like, well, I'm not a parent. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak on that. I can't really. And then it's like, now that I'm a parent, I'm like, no, a lot of that shit is crazy. Like, dude, I remember vividly my brother spilled a drink in Shoney's and my mom was so mad at him. And it was like the biggest fucking deal. And now I look back and I'm like, that's just
that was an accident.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like, so we don't have to cause a white trash scene at the Shoney's. We don't. We can rise above this, dude. Like, we don't have to do this. All right, we're so deep. You got
Yeah.
anything to promote?
Oh,
Alan?
I have the Dope Dads podcast. Me and my good comic friend Kay Shriggs. One night, he always gives me a compliment on doing jokes about my father, who's a drug addict. And one day we just started talking, and I was like, "Oh my God, your dad is also a drug addict." And then we decided to do a podcast about it. So we talk about, share stories, we bring people on. Talk about family members that dealt with drug addiction. And the point of it, I don't even know if I would call it a comedy podcast. It's really just like a conversation, and it goes in a direction that whatever guest comes on takes it. Of course, we're comics talking to each other, so at some point we're going to have some laughs. But it's really, I know we were making fun of like self-help stuff a little bit earlier, but it's no. It's all good. It's all good. Man.
I will not apologize.
It's all good. But it's like it's almost like when we get into the moments where we're talking, because it's people talking about real shit. Like I don't want anyone to come on and just think, oh, we just about to poke fun at this thing. It's like, no, just talk, and whatever direction the conversation goes, it goes. And basically, that's the whole premise of the podcast. Like it's awesome. Kind of a healing type self-help type thing, make you feel like you're not alone if you're dealing with that whole other thing. So coming here today, it was a big thing because I haven't usually talked about all of my problems. But every time I get on the podcast, I will talk about my dad and everything. And as I've gotten older and going through my own stuff, it's like I've humanized him. So it's like I understand how addiction is like a thing right now.
It's crazy, too, when you get caught in it. You're like, I never would have thought that this would be me. Like, this is nuts.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You were asking me what I'm promoting. I will also be at I forget. I am doing the 6th annual Alaska Before You Die Comedy Festival.
Nice, dude.
Fun.
You gonna be out in Alaska?
I will be out in Alaska.
I've thought about submitting to that one like 4 times.
Right. I mean,
but
hey, I'm making it a point to submit to absolutely everything.
Let me know how it is.
That'll be fun.
I'm submitting to absolutely everything. So hopefully that goes well. And also, Laughing Skull, I'll be hosting all day Friday. So if you guys are at the Laughing Skull, check that out.
Hell yeah. Nothing booked until March 18th, Atlanta Utility Works.
Ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com/FinishTheStory.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
Dude, thank you for coming on.
I talked a little bit.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.